from here. Breaking tonight, it is 7 p.m. in Virginia, where the polls have just closed in a closely watched gubernatorial race between Republican Ed Gillespie and Democrat Ralph Northam. Too early at this stage, as we like to say on election nights, to predict a winner. Fox News voter analysis, which is great stuff that we have put together for you tonight that we're going to show you, shows a very close race right now in the Old Dominion, as it's known. Also in New Jersey, Democrat Phil Murphy and Republican Kim Guadagno. Their race has developed essentially into a referendum on Governor Chris Christie, who is, as you know, one of the most unpopular governors in the United States of America. That's an interesting distinction. And we are keeping eyes, of course, as well on New York City, where Bill de Blasio is hoping for another term as he tries to be mayor once again of the nation's largest city in America. There's how that shapes up. But we begin with the big story tonight in Virginia. Fox's Kristen Fisher live at Northam headquarters tonight. We go first to Peter Doocy, who is at Gillespie headquarters in Richmond, Virginia. So what's the good word over there, Peter?
Martha, the big reason that the Gillespie campaign has been getting so much national attention is because he was a Republican trying to win without Trump. But tonight, a presidential robocall is spreading throughout the Commonwealth, where the president's voice is heard telling voters that Ed Gillespie will help make America great again. Polls have showed that Gillespie is in second place, but closing in on the lead lately. And staffers I've spoken to today say they think his candidacy actually got a boost when the Northam supporting outside group, the Latino Victory Fund, released an ad showing Gillespie supporter, a fictional Gillespie supporter, trying to run over minority children with a pickup truck. However, this new Fox News voter analysis finds that Virginians believe Gillespie made the most unfair attacks throughout the course of the campaign, more than the Democrat Northam. This analysis also finds that voters today prefer Gillespie on the economy, but 2/3 of Virginians say they think Virginia's economy right now is excellent or good, which is a contrast to what President Trump tweeted today, that they need to move away from Democrats because the economy has been terrible under Democratic rule. Now for a look at the Democratic candidates' headquarters tonight, our colleague Kristen Fisher.
Hey, Peter. Well, for a candidate who came into this race, the clear favorite, Ralph Northam, is ending it uncomfortably close in the polls. You know, in the closing days of this campaign, he's been hit on the right by his opponent and by President Trump for being weak on crime, for being weak on Second Amendment rights, weak on veterans issues. But he's also been hit by the far left flanks of his own party for reversing decisions on, or reversing his stance on things like sanctuary cities and Confederate statues. He's also been accused by some Democrats of running a rather lackluster campaign. In fact, many of them have compared it to Hillary Clinton's campaign as being too establishment, as lacking enthusiasm, playing it too safe, and for just being perhaps a bit too old-fashioned for the Trump era. But make no mistake, there is a lot on Northam's side tonight. This is a state that Hillary Clinton won by 5 points almost exactly 1 year ago today, and President Trump remains deeply unpopular here in Northern Virginia, which is really just, about a quick 20-minute drive away from Washington, D.C. This is the only southern state that President Trump lost. So throughout the course of this campaign, Northam has been trying to tie his opponent to President Trump's policies. He is expected to win, or he was at least at the beginning of this race. He is favored to win. The current outgoing Democratic governor says tonight that he believes he will win, but this race very close tonight, Martha, and there's a lot of nerves here tonight.
No doubt. Kristen, thank you very much to you and to Peter Doocy, who is over at Gillespie headquarters this evening. Joining me now, Karl Rove, former Deputy Chief of Staff.